Let us see the next question. Three portfolios experienced the following results during a 7 years period. So information is given for three portfolios A, B and C. Taking into account the past performance, average of the annual returns have been provided to us for all of them. Standard deviation is given again for all of them, and correlation with the market, that is R, is provided to us. So R between A with M, R between B with M, R between C with M. That is the way the correlation coefficient is given. For market, return is provided and standard deviation is given. Risk-free rate of return is provided to us. Of course, its standard deviation would be 0. The question says that you're required to rank the portfolios using Sharpe index method, that is also given a name as reward to variability ratio. So just be careful for this technical other substitute names: slope, return risk trade-off. All these are the alternative names. And second is Treynor's method, that is called reward to volatility ratio. That is what we have. I request all of you to do answer for question number A, I, and put your answer in the chat box. So write down answer. Calculation of Sharpe ratio, comma, in bracket I am writing reward to variability ratio for each portfolio. Column number 1 is portfolio. Column number 2 is standard deviation. That is again given to us in the question. And then Sharpe ratio. And we are required to do so the rank also. So calculation of the Sharpe ratio for each portfolio. Okay, along with that, so we'll do rank also. It is for A, B and C. Standard deviation is 21.20, 4 and 19.30. As far as the Sharpe ratio is concerned, the formula is X bar minus RF divided by standard deviation. Okay. As far as the A portfolio is concerned, it is 22 minus RF is 9 divided by standard deviation. It is 21.20. The return is 22 minus 9 divided by 21.2. For B, once again, the return is negative 9 minus 9 divided by 4. Next is return is 26.5 minus 9 divided by 19.3. This is the way we can compute the Sharpe ratio and we can give its ranking. So let us see calculation. 22 minus 9 is 13 divided by 21.2. So it is 0.6132. 9 negative minus 9, that is negative 18 upon 4, 4.5 negative. 26.5 minus 9 is 17.5 divided by 19.3. So 0.9067. Okay, now we will give the rank. We understand that say the first rank is given to C, second rank is given to A, and third rank is given to B. This is the way the ranking that we have of the Sharpe ratio. A double I, the question says that so you're required to calculate the Treynor ratio and you're required to give rank to the same. So write an answer of the question. It is A double I. In that calculation of Treynor ratio and its rank for each portfolio. I request all of you to make calculation and put your answer in the chat box. Let us see how to make the calculation of answer, dear students. Again, column number 1 is portfolio. The second column is the beta. For that, so this time we are required to apply a formula, correlation coefficient of the security with market into standard deviation of security divided by standard deviation of market portfolio. That is the way the beta can be calculated. Then we will compute the Treynor ratio. As far as the calculation of the Treynor ratio is concerned, it is x bar minus RF divided by beta of the portfolio or beta of the security, and lastly we are required to give the rank. This is the way we are supposed to work out the answer. Let us have like a calculation of the answer. As far as the portfolio A is concerned, in that the beta will be calculated by using the formula R into standard deviation of security divided by standard deviation of market portfolio. What is the value of R? It is 0.75 into standard deviation of security 21.2 divided by standard deviation of market portfolio 12%. This is the way we'll make the calculation of the beta of the individual security. So let us see how to make the calculation. So R is 0.75 into standard deviation of security is 21.20 divided by standard deviation of market portfolio, that is 12%. In case of security portfolio B, R is 0.45 into standard deviation of 4% divided by standard deviation of market portfolio, that is 12%. For C portfolio, it is 0.63 into standard deviation is 19.3 divided by standard deviation of the market portfolio, that is 12%. Okay, so please use a calculator. 0.75 into 21.2 upon 12, that is 1.325. 0.45 into 4 divided by 12, 0.15. 0.63 into 19.3 divided by 12, 1.01325. That is the way the beta can be calculated. Treynor ratio, in that's the mean return. As far as the mean return is concerned, it is 22 minus RF. RF is 9 divided by beta. What is beta? It is 1.3250. Next, it is negative 9 minus 9 once again divided by beta, that is 0.15. Next, it is 26.5 minus 9 divided by 1.01325. That is the way the Treynor ratio is calculated. So please use your calculator along with me. 22 minus 9 is 13 divided by 1.325. So 9.8113. 9 negative minus 9. So the numerator is negative 18 upon 0.15. That comes to negative 120. 26.5 minus 9, 17.5 divided by 1.01325. So 17.2712. This is the way the Treynor's ratio is calculated. Now we can give the ranking. The ranking is, first rank is given to C, second rank is given to A, and third rank is given to B. This is the way we can have the ranking for the individual portfolio. That is the way, so the ranking can be given as per Treynor's ratio. Second part of the question, compare the ranking in part A and B, that is 1 and 2 rather, and comment. So we will make a comparison of the ranking as per the Sharpe ratio and as per Treynor's ratio. As far as the Sharpe ratio is concerned, the ranking is C, A and B. So it is C, A and B. In case of the Treynor's ratio, it is again C, A and B. It means that, say, what we can observe that, say, the ratio is same, whether it is a Treynor's ratio or it is a Sharpe ratio. So we can draw a conclusion that the total risk must be consisting of the majority systematic risk. That is the reason the ranking is same. Suppose friends, if at all the ranking would have been different, then we would have passed comment that the Sharpe ratio is measuring, that is Sharpe ratio is calculated using the total risk, and the Treynor's ratio is calculated using only systematic risk. That is the reason, so the rankings are different. So if at all you have the same ranking, then this is the way you are required to pass the comment, and if at all the ranking is different, even in that case you are required to give a different kind of comment. So let us answer comment. We can observe that ranking as per Sharpe ratio and Treynor's ratio are same. Full stop. It must be because total risk would be consisting of majority systematic risk. Full stop. With paragraph breakdown, in case both ranking are different, comma, we would have mentioned that as Sharpe ratio takes into account total risk and Treynor's ratio takes into account systematic risk, full stop. So ranking by both methods are different. This is the way we are required to pass the comment. So final summary of the answer. First of all, we are required to calculate the Sharpe ratio. For that, so the returns are provided, risk-free rate of return is given, and standard deviation is given. Portfolio having the highest Treynor's ratio will be given the first rank and so on. That is what we have to do. Next is the Treynor's ratio. For that, so first of all, we have to compute the beta. For calculation of the beta, we will use the formula R into standard deviation of security divided by standard deviation of market portfolio, and again say we will give the rank, making a comparison, and say the ranks may be same, may be different. If it is same, then in that case we will mention that the total risk must be consisting of the majority systematic risk, and if it is different, then in that case we have to mention that the Treynor's ratio is taking into account only systematic risk and Sharpe ratio takes into account the total risk, so the rankings are different.